Welcome to the online studio of Pilates Cure. Today's YouTube class is for you if you're short on time and you've been sitting at your desk far too long and you're starting to feel like you just can't focus anymore. We have a 5 to 10 minute wall Pilates class that was designed specifically to re-energize your body, to get those creative juices flowing, to get your heart rate up just a little bit, but to kind of get the blood pumping and flowing through the body so you feel awake and alert and ready to go finish out your tasks. All you need today is a wall and either shoes or barefoot, something where you don't feel like you're going to slide. All right, so go ahead, get yourself set up on a wall, and we'll get you started. All right, so once you get to the wall, to have your feet parallel. So look down at your feet, make sure both feet, knees, and hips are kind of pointing straight like headlights into the center of your room. And then I want you to bend your knees a little bit, and we're gonna do some pelvic tucks here. So I want you to take a nice big inhale, and on an exhale, push your belly button and the small of your back into the wall. You'll feel your pubic bone shift forward in front of your hip bones, and then we're gonna arch away. You're gonna feel your ribs, your low back come off the wall, and your pubic bone is now behind your hip bones. Let's do that twice more. We're gonna exhale as we imprint, and then we're gonna inhale as you arch. Last time, exhale as you imprint, inhale as you arch, and now go back in between those two extremes. So you're not imprinted, but you're not arched off. And if you had your hands in front of you, pubic bone and hip bone, they're kind of the same plane, right? Everything's nice and level. Now, I want you to determine if it is right for you to have your head to the wall. Wherever that feels right for you, I want you to kind of gaze straight ahead. My head touches the wall, yours may or may not. But I want you to think level chin, eyes gazing straight ahead. One last thing we're going to do before we get moving, I want you to take a nice big inhale. I like hands to the ribs here. And then on your exhale, think of drawing the rib cage together and think of like lacing up a running shoe. So you're pulling the two sides of the ribs together tighter and tighter, and that sternum and breastbone are melting to the wall. So we're going to try to keep those 3 points kind of in our awareness, right? Our pelvis, our rib alignment, and our head alignment. Now go ahead and straighten the legs, but don't lock out the knees. If you're like me, I am a hyper extender. But when you straighten the legs, notice if you just arched off or imprinted. So keep that neutral, only go as straight as you can in that neutral. We're going to take one breath here, nice big inhale, and then nice big exhale. Think of standing firm on both feet, growing tall through the head, float the arms up. Right now, I want you to just take another inhale, and on your exhale, begin to nod the chin to the chest, look down towards the toes. And now the space between your shoulder blades, those vertebrae, I want you to start to peel them off one at a time. And then think of your ribs, peeling them off one at a time. Think of pushing back with the feet, like you're trying to push yourself up against the wall. Now, right about here, your ribs are off, and now your low back is to the wall, and we're still diving down. Don't let the arms just flop down. We're actively reaching them. You're still trying to tuck your tailbone, heels towards, or tailbone towards the heels. And we're gonna come down to where we feel like if we go any further, we're gonna disconnect from the wall. And then we're gonna start to roll back up. So we're gonna think tuck the tailbone more. Try to get the back of the hips to the wall, back of the pants to the wall, belly button to the wall. And then we're going up the ribs. At some point, you'll float back into that neutral. We're up between the shoulder blades, and the head is the last to come to. We're going to do that twice more, and we're going to pick the pace up just a little bit. Nice big inhale, nice big exhale, not the chin of the chest. Rolling down, keep trying to tuck the tailbone towards the heels as we roll down, roll down, roll down, drawing the navel up into the spine. We're going to take another inhale here, and we're going to exhale, think tuck the tailbone more, get the back of the hips to the wall, back of the waistband to the wall, bottom rib. And we start coming up rib by rib through the shoulder blades to the head. This one we're going to take a little bit bigger. We're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale now at the chin of the chest. We're going to dive down. Active diver's arms, active feet. You're still pushing the feet back towards the wall. Not enough to move you, but enough to feel your legs active. Now, this is about the point we stopped before. All right, but this is like our spine stretch forward, right? From mat, but we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going, keep going. Keep trying to tuck the tailbone under as much as you can as you go down.
if I feel like if I go much further, I'm gonna lose any last little bit of tuck I have. So that is gonna be it for me. And then we're gonna start by tucking the pelvis under. To roll
all the way back up, and then relax the arms down. Great job. All right, we're gonna stand with the feet into a Pilates V, and I'm gonna move my feet a little bit closer to the wall. Again, you decide what positioning feels right for you. Maybe you wanna go all the way to the wall, but if I go all the way to the wall, I tend to not be able to keep my ribs in check. So I'm gonna kind of find a spot where I feel like I can keep my ribs laced up like those running shoes. Arms are down to the side. I'm in a very active Pilates V. Now I'm gonna dial out even more. I'm gonna squeeze the heels together even more. And I'm gonna lift the heels. As I lift the heels to releve, I'm trying to dial out even more. I'm feeling that sits bone. My mentor used to say your butt should feel like it's smiling, right? It's curling up on the ends. These muscles are very active. I'm still in that neutral hips and pubic bone. Ribs are still trying to pull down. Head may or may not be touching. And we're gonna begin to pump the arms. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try not to sway off the wall for 10. And breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale out, 2, 3, 4, and 20. And 2, 3, 4, 5. Big exhale out here for 40. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna change our breath pattern at 50. In for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out for 10, 9. How you doing? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Upper thoracic flexion. Look to the toes. Keep pushing ribs back. Heels dial out more. Let's pump for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back up the wall. Lower the heels. Take your feet about hip distance apart. So you are maybe a little wider than hip distance, maybe a little wider than fist distance, and you're up against the wall again. So imagine you've been drilled, hip bones to the wall, shoulder bones to the wall. You're gonna see some movement on me, but I am trying my best to imagine that I have been drilled in and I cannot move my hips, I cannot move my shoulders. We're gonna take arms out to a T. Maybe yours touch the wall, maybe they don't. I like to try to get armpits, elbows, and wrist and fingers to the wall, but that might not be true for you. As the arms go out, again, check the ribs so they didn't arch off. I would rather the ribs stay on. So if that means your arms are up here, arms are up here. Okay, you work where you are, not where I am. We're gonna take a nice big inhale. On an exhale, can you see I'm already like prancing my feet? I know what's coming. Single leg pull is what's coming. We're gonna take an inhale and we're gonna exhale, pull up, pause. Whew, I have to help that side. And then we're gonna inhale, open out. Other side, exhale, pull up, pause. And we inhale, open out. Exhale, pull up, pause. And we inhale, open out. Exhale, pull up, pause. And we inhale, open out. Exhale, pull up. This is my harder side. And we, unfortunately, it's to the camera. And we exhale so you can't see my best side very good. All right, we've got 4 more. Exhale, pull up, pause. And we inhale, open out. And exhale, pull up, pause. And inhale, open out. We have 2 more. And my feet have come closer and closer together. That's fine. But my hips are getting a little looser. All right, last one. Last set, I should say. That side's still very tough. Exhale, use your belly to lift. And then inhale to go out. And relax the arms down. All right, we're going to take our feet. I'm going back a little bit further away from the wall. And they're wider than your hips, wider than your shoulders. So think about like if you had a Pilates mat out or yoga mat out, they're about that length. Okay, we're gonna go into saw. You're gonna be touching the wall at all points with your glutes, hips, like back of the body, right? Posterior chain there. So we're gonna come out here to a nice big T. We're gonna inhale and we're gonna exhale, shift down, stretch, look up to the arm at the ceiling. And then we're gonna inhale, back up. Exhale, look to the hand behind you, stretch. And we come up back to the ceiling. Now, maybe you need to bend the knees. And that's fine. Bend the knees if you need to. Totally fine. And we come up. Let's do 3 more. We're gonna twist and stretch. Use your own leg for a little leverage to get a deeper rotation. And we come back up. My body, especially on one side, does not like that rotation. We have 2 more sets. Really, really good for us though, to work on opening that up. Twist and stretch. All right, let's do 1 more set. Think you've got a broomstick from hand to hand. You're trying to stay straight in a line hand to hand. It's not going to be perfect, but we're just thinking long, straight arms. And then we're going to relax and roll those shoulders a few times. I hope you enjoyed that small, quick workout just to give you that burst of energy to get your blood pumping and flowing, to get your mind clear, refocused, and energized. If you want more classes like this and even longer classes, I hope you join us in the online studio of Pilates Cure, where we have hundreds of on-demand videos for you to do on the mat, on the wall, and on the apparatus. If you have any questions, feel free to look in the description and find our contact info, and we'll be happy to help you and answer any questions. Thank you for being here, and we will see you soon back on the YouTube channel.